back to Sneaker Sports. Y'all know, of course, we got Sneaker Sports, hot topics, great food. But right now, it's time to jump into some hot topics. We know this already happened, but the All-Star game, man, what a travesty. That's the worst All-Star game I've ever seen, the worst weekend. At this point, Adam Silver, if this is what you're going to give us, just cancel it. Just cancel it, man. Yo,
whoa, I can't say
just cancel it. No,
I'm not gonna go that far.
200 points. Y'all want to watch 200 points?
No, I don't.
You want to watch dude shoot 103 from half court?
I don't. But I don't think it was a total, like the whole weekend was trash. I mean, I would say that the 3-point competition was the best.
That was the only thing that wasn't trash. Everything else was trash. That skills competition, trash. They basically walked through the skills competition.
That man was shooting left-handed, bro.
Yeah, dude shot left-handed. Hit the backboard. Like, come on, man.
No, the game was really, really bad.
Yeah.
That was just way too many points. It was absolutely no defense. Like, it was just like, they were just like, all right, y'all want us out here? We're just gonna shoot around. Like, we just shooting
like
around.
you're doing us a favor.
Yeah.
They're making a mockery of the game, man.
I actually thought the East actually cared a little bit more. Like,
some of the players.
Like the younger players were like,
right,
I'm happy to be here. This is my moment. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Halliburton, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, no, I want to really put on a show for y'all and really kind of show you. But everybody else is like,
I think if some of the older players that were there would have actually played hard, I think the younger players would have fell in line. Because I think they were happy to be there. This is their first time. But they saw that, the older players were standing around, let people go by.
Right.
So I think they just fell in line with that. Like, if they're not going to play hard, then it makes no sense for me to play hard.
Right.
So I think that's how it went. And I just think they're making a mockery of the game. I mean, like KP said, if they're not going to play, then they might as well not even be there. They might as well not even have it.
Right.
I think it's hurting the game more than helping it. Like I said, the only thing that was good at the All-Star game was the 3-point shootout. The slam dunk contest was garbage.
No, it was bad.
You got a player winging it that's not even in the NBA.
Right.
Nobody wants to see.
Which he killed it, though. Like, give him some his props. He did kill it.
Yeah, but you want to see the best people off the street can go dunk and kill it. But we don't want to see them. We want to see the
stars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was whack. The whole thing was whack. If they can't get it together, then get rid of it.
So here's my thing. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go against the grain here.
All right.
I actually don't even mind that it was, real chill. It don't have to be all super competitive to me. Like, first of all, it's a weekend, they take the weekend off. They can come and do their tricks and throw balls at the backboard and, I don't mind that, So,
I mean, but, like back in the 90s, like they really wanted to say, all right, if you the best, come see me. It was a real competition. Like, like for instance,
what the season is
like for instance, like they say back in The Last Dance, the USA basketball practices were the most competitive games ever. So it's like, why?
Even in the 2000s, games were competitive.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s, it was still
why were they so competitive? But this era, they just all want to be friends and play around.
I don't think it's about being friends. Guys now don't want to get embarrassed. They don't want to be on highlights. They don't want to happen like what happened to Brandon Knight. Right? Yeah. So Kyrie made the dude fall. And then he got embarrassed by Andre Jordan and he basically put to sleep. They don't want that to happen to them. They don't want to be a meme or a YouTube video. But unfortunately, the fans want to see that. The All-Star game for me has always been about seeing the best of the best play against each other. See a dream team, 2 dream teams go at it because these guys don't play on the same team.
Right.
So you want to see Kawhi and Steph together.
Right.
You want to see LeBron and Giannis together. So that's what because you can't see that during the regular season. Right. That's what it's for. And to me, it's a middle finger to the fans because there's fans that pay money to sit there and watch that in person. And this what y'all did.
Well, what it seems like is now they're more into the money than they are into the competitiveness and wanting to be.
Are you caring about the fame?
Yeah, and wanting to be the best and everything. So if you look at guys like Jordan and people in the past, they wanted to show that they were better than the other person. Right. All those guys, they want to show that they were better. They get in the All-Star game, you got the best out there, you want to be the best.
Right.
But now, I mean, you look at those guys, 10, 20 million, 30 million, that's what they were getting back then. now you got guys who should be coming off the bench making $80 million. You know,
Right.
I mean, $80 million is low right now.
Right.
They're scoffing at that. Back then, $80 million would have been crazy. So I think that money, as the money went up, that's all they're really thinking about. They're not thinking about being the best. They're not thinking about being competitive and showing and proving that they are the best, and it's showing in the
Yeah, they're not trying to get hurt.
So, do you think a money incentive, like putting more money in their pockets, kind of just like
How much more money are you putting in those guys' pockets?
I mean, yeah.
You talking about the guys who make the most money. LeBron is he gets I think 30, 40 million a season.
Right.
What's 500,000 to him?
Right. Yeah. I get it.
That's
Well,
about
they clearly were more competitive in the in-season
I was about to say that.
So, I mean,
But he wanted to do that so his guys that don't make money could get their money though.
Exactly. So they should do, like I said before, they should do the same thing with that they did the in-season tournament. They should do it with the All-Star game. Instead of giving money to those players in the All-Star game who are making $100 million or $180 million, give their teammates. If you win, your teammates get the 500,000 or the million, because now it's going to be like that peer pressure from your teammates. Like, hey, go play hard because I really need this money. Right. You know, so maybe they'll play hard for their teammates like they did in the in-season tournament. They played hard. Because LeBron didn't need that money, but he had teammates on his team that needed that money. Right. And he played hard. Right. So maybe that'll, go into the All-Star then.
Maybe so, but I think they really got to fix something.
So, we're talking about fixing something. We got to fix this dunk contest, bro. This was horrible. Yeah. To watch a dude from the G League. And my wife was like, what's the big deal? I was like, no, he's not even on a roster.
Right.
Mm-hmm. To win and then to see, I don't know.
He won 2 years in a row, too.
I can't get that 2 years. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. Like
John Morant, where are you at, bro? Yeah.
Well,
he's John Morant. He's hurt.
So we're not going to go after John Morant.
Zion, where you at, Zion? Come get me this thing. Ant-Man, where you at?
Yeah, but Zion,
he's got it.
We need the names. You need the names of this thing.
I get that, but why did you give a show in high school? Why we gotta look at your YouTube highlights? Like, a bunch of people did those slam dunks before.
College. In high school,
high school, but now you're scared. Now you don't,
they don't want to lose.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
but Zion has gained about 560 pounds in high school. So I don't see him,
you got the exact number, huh? You was at the scale with him?
Yeah. So, I mean,
Zion's got his weight problems.
Yeah, he got weight problems.
I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
But LeBron never competed in a slam dunk.
Yeah.
You can't expect, the stars behind him. They was like,
Well, I mean, that's why there's some pundits say that LeBron ruined it. I mean, there's some people that say that. Because he didn't.
He did say in 2010 he was going to do it, and he backed out.
Yeah.
And because he didn't do it, now maybe there's LeBron didn't do it, so why we got to do it?
Yeah, but you look at Kobe did it, and then Vince did it when he was an actual star. And look where his profile went. Steve Francis was a star, got his name. Tracy McGrady got his name up from doing it.
But I think LeBron made it not as desirable. If LeBron would have went on there and did that, I think, because he's like the face of the NBA, the leader. I think other stars more stars would have been like, man, I got to do it. LeBron did it.
All right, so let me say this then. So look at Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon. They put on a show for the ages
in 2016.
And look at Aaron Gordon. Unless you was a hardcore fan, you didn't know him or Zach LaVine before that dunk contest?
Yeah.
No, you did not know that.
Why would you not do it? You Ant-Man, you got a new shoe. This the first year that you get, and it's a dope shoe. Yo, send the boys a pair. We gonna rock them on the show. Yeah. Ant-Man, we love you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Atlanta guy. But why not do it and up the profile of your sneaker? Because you already, and this is one thing.
No.
He already did where he did the sneaker rollout. Right. He throwing the other shoes away and saying they whack. Do them in the dunk contest. Put them on the platform.
LeBron showed that you don't have to be in the slam dunk contest to keep your celebrity. Jordan and Dominique Wilkins and all those guys, they did that. They, felt that helped their celebrity and all
Vince.
that. Yeah, Vince, that helped. But LeBron showed that you can still be this big time celebrity, the top celebrity, and not participate in that. You can shy away from that.
Yeah, but I feel like LeBron
was also in the finals, like year after year after year.
Right.
It's
a little different too when you walk in and people calling you the king.
This man high school games,
right? So he walks in
high school.
He walked in with a little bit of different level of cash out.
He kept his celebrity. And he didn't go in the slam dunk.
He didn't get slam dunk.
It didn't bring him down. He didn't go down. He didn't need it. So those other guys that look up to LeBron, all these people in the NBA, they grew up watching LeBron.
Right.
You know, they look up to LeBron. So LeBron not going in the slam dunk contest, they're like, well, if my hero doesn't have to do it, I don't need to do it. I'm following in his footsteps.
Right. Well,
you know, so
we got to give Jaylen Brown a lot of credit. Because he was a star, he did it.
Yeah.
His execution was horrible.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing, especially the deep Brown one. You can't cover your eyes after you land it.
All he did was get his watch and he was covering it.
And then dunking over Kai Cenat.
Yeah, seeing
that. When you just seen dude jump over Shaq, standing up, but you got him in a chair and you gonna.
Well, I don't want to go in on him because he did try something. Yeah, I would say if you're a star and you're gonna do it and you don't got the creativity, just pull off classic dunks and do them perfectly.
Yeah,
people gonna give you love for that.
Yeah, true.
I don't think
and dunk on the first time. That's another one.
Yeah, well, they was missing. They weren't missing a lot this time.
But there was a couple they took away from the first. If they would have hit it the first dunk, that would have probably been 50.
Right.
But because they hit it the second dunk,
Jacob Toppin.
Yeah.
Well, at least they didn't do a Nate Robinson.
No, that's not even.
Missed it 10 times.
That was bad. But anyway, what about current events? Let's talk about this TikToker that
Reesa Teesa, man. Shout out to Reesa Teesa. She's here in Atlanta. Pull up on us and come on the show.
Most definitely.
We want to hear why you did this because I'll be honest, man. My wife got me into this a couple of days ago.
Right.
And now next thing I know, I binge listened to all 50 episodes. It was like an audio book. It was very entertaining.
I was upset because my wife was watching it. Okay. Right. And I was like, well, how many parts is it? She was like, it's 50, 51 or something like that. I was like, ain't no way I'm listening to no 50, 51. Next thing I know, my text messages is group. Oh, I'm eating popcorn, watching this, who the F did I marry? Really? So now we gotta watch this? I guess I got to go in and do everything. He didn't watch it. But man, it was crazy. It's way too long. But you can do when you're doing certain stuff, like if you drive it or if you're, if you want to walk around at the belt line or something like that, you can listen, but whatever. It's not.
It's an audio.
It's basically an audio thing. But here's the thing that was intriguing because we're from Atlanta. A lot of the stuff she was talking about we can relate to because we know about Atlanta. We're sitting here saying, okay, he talking about he worked downtown, but we live in Clayton County, and he talking about he went down there to get the car out. It was some crazy stuff.
Her whole goal was to get to Cobb County. That was the whole thing.
So you just telling a horror story?
She's telling a story, basically a man that basically she dated through COVID, right? And ended up marrying.
And got pregnant by.
Was basically a con artist.
Yeah.
He was a big time con artist. He was a habitual liar. Yeah. And of course,
don't say con artist because he's a con artist.
So she said no right.
Wait, here's the thing.
See this?
No, here's the thing. Number one, she wanted to be married.
Right.
Okay. He was 6'3", we 6'4". You get the little narrative. Yeah. So I'm willing. No, I see red flags flying everywhere. Turn of the
cheek.
But
then he started out real good too. When she with her the helper with the tire and everything.
Paying the bill. That's another thing. Look, Dion, she was like, it was intoxicating to not have to worry about finances. Intoxicating. Wow. So we're intoxicated now. So we just, hey, he's taking me on 5011, they're looking at houses that he never buys.
Right.
They're looking at 50 million houses all around the city.
She said basically every weekend they test drove a car.
But they get none of it. But she had that feeling to where she was like, it's like I got into it because he was like, nah, I got you. I'm gonna get you a car. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a car. My job is gonna get me a 90,000. I don't know what job gives you a.
Well, hold on. I don't have some great jobs. You don't have some great jobs too. And they like,
where do I get the job that gives me a 90,000?
When you don't get a company car, they give you the car. Yeah. They say this is the car you get. You don't get to go to the dealership and write a check for $100,000. And then
it's not a car that's like, come on, give me a car. It's some BMW.
Right. Unless you work for BMW.
Stop. Yeah. Oh, he said the office said, oh, yeah, we have a $90,000 limit. Yeah, right.
Oh, he had access to the helipad too.
I think she was just in a situation where she wanted it to be real. Right. She probably saw the red flags that she was going, but it just seemed so good, so great. She just wanted it to be that way that, she just let it keep going and, fell more and more into those lies. So.
I mean, this is the big thing too. I mean, I think she talked about it during like, why I'm going to put my business in the street. I mean, the big thing is, con artists are out there. And that is not just men. Okay?
Well, this is Atlanta. Let's be honest. And, you speak on this. This is Atlanta. What they do here? They fake it all day, every day.
Scam land, of course. They scamming, right?
Absolutely.
Yep. This man was making all that he was making $200,000, but he living in her townhome in Clinton County.
Yeah. Well, this was crazy. When she told me paying the rent, it was only $500. I was like, damn, where you stayed at the rent $500 in 2020?
Yeah.
In 2020, 2023, 24, where you stay with rent is $500. I want to know because
no.
They got to be lifting weights. They got to be getting in shootouts and stabbings, all that type of stuff in there.
It ain't even 500 in the hood no more.
Shout out to her. I hope she finds a better man than what she went through.
Shout out to Reesa Teesa because number one, this is what's dope. This is what I really loved about her in the series.
Storytelling
was awesome. She was great. I would love to see her do more.
Very descriptive.
Hopefully they turn into a Tubi movie. I'll watch it because I'll be watching it. Hey man, shout out to the Dirty D. Y'all know. I watched that show. It's crazy.
That sounds like us.
Crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. The boy Brick on there crazy. So crazy. You just gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. But what I really liked about Reesa Teesa that I really want to give her credit on is dope to see a black woman like basically break the internet. She totally killed and rewrote the code for TikTok.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This lady in 3 days, she went from like a couple hundred followers to 2 million.
Yep.
Yeah. It's estimated she
made $200,000.
Right. Mm-hmm. And counting. So that, to me, that's dope. As a content creator,
she posted this stuff.
It's a 51.
It's like 10 minutes. Yeah, it's 51. So it's basically
I'm not even finished, and I think I'm 2 hours and 45 minutes in.
Wow.
And I've been watching it for the past 2 or 3
And I don't watch all of them, and it was entertaining.
Yeah, so big ups to her for that. Now, on the flip side, I want to know, do y'all think what she said was real?
Yes.
Yeah, why do you think it's real?
That's my concern.
I mean, it happens all the time, but do you think all that stuff that she talking about?
Why you say that's your concern isn't real?
So you think she made it up, man?
I don't know that she did. I'm just asking because I didn't watch all of it.
I think
well, I'm just saying, like, just the story, like, who is this lady? Like, just all of a sudden, she's just telling this story, and then people are like, whoa.
Well, she was already doing TikTok videos in her car already.
Well, she was
This
was the one thing, like, she telling stories.
Yeah, she was already doing TikToks in her car. This just the thing that just caught fire.
She started out with how many followers?
I think she had a couple hundred at the beginning of the week. Now she got 2 million.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was, she said that it was like therapeutic for her. You know what I'm saying? Because she went through the trauma that she went through.
Okay.
And the point was, her getting this story out, she wants either women or men or whatever in relationships to spot these red flags and don't just ignore them.
Right.
Like, take them seriously and do your due diligence to do the background check. And I agree with her.
Okay, so on the flip side,
Who is this person? I'm sorry. I don't mean this. I have no. Can you explain?
Go on TikTok.
Okay.
Lady named Reesa Teesa.
Okay.
She tells the story of how she started dating this dude, and at first it was all good, and then he was like a habitual liar.
Yeah. Right.
And she tells you in detail everything from beginning to.
It's like the Tinder swindler.
It's worse.
It's worse.
It's worse.
This guy, like, is literally in front of her making fake calls.
Yeah, like he go like this.
You got this.
Hey man. Oh man. Hey man. James said, "What's up, man?" He said,
Yeah, ain't nobody on the phone. She said, "I never heard somebody on the other line." But he's talking about, "Yeah, man, had a car ready for me." Oh yeah, so babe, they're gonna drop off the car from 1 to 3 p.m. You're gonna be at the home. Okay,
right?
Yeah, you can go ahead and set it for that. No car showed up.
And homeboy had a criminal record.
Wait, see, I have you telling the story now. I ain't even.
You still good to get into it. You still get into it.
So I see how everybody believes her, right? And I'm not saying that she's lying because, like I said, I haven't even watched the whole thing yet.
Right.
But I do know that the guy that she's talking about now went on and said that she was lying, right?
Of course, he's saying he's
but
yeah.
Of course, it's going to be easy to believe her and not believe him because it's more sexy to believe her because of that story that she put out there. But how do we know that she wasn't lying and this guy is coming out saying no? She's lying and saying, she cheated on me or whatever. How do we know that's not true?
Well, this is the thing. True. Not to spoil him, but his own family has come out and said the man was lying. His family came out. His ex-wife came out. His former stepkid
in California.
His ex-wife, I'm gonna just say that. I ain't gonna say no more.
Okay, all right.
Multiple people have come out that are connected to him that have called him a liar.
And how do we know that they're connected to him?
I mean, dog, why would you claim something? Well, first off, this is where I think she went well. She didn't say the man's name. So he had to go in there and say she was lying. So he put himself out there.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna say no names.
Comments or something?
No, he put his own video out and said she was lying.
Okay.
So no names, please. But I know some family members and close friends of mine that I would not, I ain't gonna say close friends, let me retract that. I know some family members and associates that I would not be surprised did some bull jump like this. So, and if somebody came to me and said, yo, is this a true story? I would be like, yeah, he probably did that. So.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But we don't know if it's true about this guy.
Right.
We don't know that.
One thing I did like about what she did, she said, I'm going to tell all of it, even the parts that make me look bad. Most people not going to put themselves out there to look like a fool.
Made her look.
I mean, if I want to make $200,000, I'll put the parts in there that look bad on me.
Well, I don't think.
Well, she didn't know it was going to be $200,000.
I don't think she knew it was going to be that. It was going to catch fire.
Yeah, but it's shock value.
It went viral.
It's shock value. You know that you got to put stuff in there like that. Nothing against old girl. It might be true, but you got to put stuff in there like that for that shock value and to get people to, their emotions to start boiling. Stuff to start happening to get people to want to watch it so that you can get those views. I mean, how do you know that this is not a girl that just been on this TikTok all this time, hasn't been getting the views that she wanted, and got desperate and say, let me make this story up?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel that, but the 50 parts that actually hit off. We'll talk about shock value. Let's talk about some shock value. Dre, what's the shock value for you of Agent 45, aka President Trump, celebrity in chief, pulling up a sneaker con to release a shoe and then saying that he knows that black people are going to turn to him now because he's releasing sneakers and we love sneakers, so that means we love him. What you got to say about that, dog?
First of all, I want to ask them, where was those shoes made? Were they made in China? Since you don't like to, you always talk about companies, building their products in China. Everything need to be American made. Where are the shoes being made at Trump? I want to know that.
Haven't been made yet. That's what.
Where
That's really what's happening. They have not been made yet. Just the ones he had on stage.
All right, so
where the prototype was made in.
So I mean, do you feel like it's okay for SneakerCon to invite him there? Like,
yeah, there's no wrong with that.
You didn't. That didn't bother you.
No.
Dog, SneakerCon is for sneakerheads. We don't need nobody. We don't need politics in SneakerCon. We don't need nobody gentrifying SneakerCon.
That didn't bother me, man. Because I know
I'm not gonna.
Because he want to be.
But they ain't invite nobody nobody else like that. Ain't been no other. Like, dog, come on, man. We can't have culture vultures in something that's supposed to be for sneakerheads.
I get it.
That's a straight up culture vulture move, man.
But also, it could have been somebody who, I hate to tell you, but some people that have a lot of money maybe want the tax breaks from Trump. So they're like, shoot. Hey,
You mean the Phantom tax breaks?
Man, I'm just saying. They might want that. So I mean,
You mean the Warren Buffett tax breaks? Not the ones me and you
the
do.
Warren Buffett's tax breaks. That's right. Somebody who owns SneakerCon.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'll let you have it in my arena, but Trump's gonna be there. Dang.
No, the guys, the actual guys that run SneakerCon invited Trump. It wasn't an arena. They invited Trump.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, man.
Money talks.
As the expert, how do you feel about this man feeling like if he released sneakers, that's gonna get you to support him? That's all it takes, is to give you a pair of sneakers to get you to support him.
Well, I mean, it's stereotypical, of course. He's
Exactly.
looking at black folks. But he might be right, and some of these black folks might be out there like, oh yeah, we're gonna support him. Yeah, I mean, it just is how it is. He knows what he's doing. I mean, it's ridiculous.
So you feel like our people are that easily led astray?
Not everybody.
That easily led astray.
Yeah. But not everybody is a whole. But yeah, a lot of us are, and a lot of us are gonna, vote for him and go towards his way because
A lot of
he
us,
says this and
come
says
on,
that,
man. Let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. When we talking that 2% of people that vote for him that's out of our community, that ain't a lot.
I think it's more than 2%.
It's
I
gonna
think
be
it's more
more.
than 2%. There are people that are uninformed.
I guess here's-
and they don't pay attention to that type of stuff.
Here's-
All they know is that, I got a stimmy. Like, that's all they know.
Yeah.
Like,
I hear black folks all the time. Oh yeah, Trump got me the stimulus shit. I'm gonna vote for him. I'm like, ridiculous.
I guess my thing with it is, and if you like him, you like him. That's what.
No,
that's your
we're not. We're not. No shot out on any.
My issue
We're not
is-
taking any political position.
My issue is you cannot approach a community to say that I can give you something that culturally I think you like, and that's gonna make me vote for you, as opposed to speaking on the issues that you.
Yeah.
That's what I got a problem with. Are you pulling up at an event that has nothing to do with your politics to sell me a fake pair of shoes that you probably ain't never gonna release? Like, we all clown, and me especially, I'll raise my hand. Big Baller Brand, I was on his back about it. Lonzo and LaMelo and
Shout out to Big Baller Brand.
LeVar Ball.
Yeah.
We all clowned him. Lonzo got hurt wearing the big ballers. Now you was LeVar.
I'm on this
He was
side.
LeVar.
Yep.
So how we gonna be hard on LeVar would be easy on Trump though? Like, I feel like it's more of a scandal what Big Baller Brand was.
Yeah, but we're also talking about Trump. Like,
That's a little different.
Yeah,
he was playing
but he-
basketball.
I mean-
he was actually playing basketball. Like Trump, that
That's
has nothing to do
what
with
I'm
the
saying.
basketball. So, right.
That's what I'm saying. That's the issue for me, that you gonna try to basically give me some, it's almost like, here's some malt liquor, man.
Yeah, that is it.
It's basically like that.
It shows you what they really think of us.
Yeah.
That's my issue. That's my issue.
Yeah, it is true.
The thing about it is, I don't have an issue with it.
yeah.
Hold on. You say.
Okay.
I mean, I was just gonna say, not to cut you off, Mike.
No,
I mean, I think we're giving him too much credit. Like, we want him to be this upstanding citizen. When has Trump ever been this guy who can just be like, they do the right thing? Like, it's Trump. Like, that did not surprise me. He showed up at SneakerCon with his prototype shoe. That nothing he does surprises me.
Yeah.
This man walking here right now would not surprise me.
Yeah, now that's not a surprise. My issue is
but
with the
I'm saying,
people
like,
that
we
host
get-
SneakerCon. Don't let the man come in because he ain't really about the life.
But everything's all about clicks and views.
Here's this is one reason I kind of had a problem with it. It made me look at myself because we love sneakers, but I'm like, well, dang, I don't want people to label me and think they could get my vote through.
Here's
what
a pair of
I
shoes.
wear. You know what I'm saying? Like,
smarter than that. You smarter
I
than that.
understand that, but it's like it made me think like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Is that all I'm?
You don't want nobody treating us like we're monolithic, dog.
Yeah, like that's all you see me is my sneakers, and I know you love sneakers, so hey, here's a sneaker, vote for me.
All right, but what's next? What's next? We gonna be malt liquor in there?
Right.
Cigarettes?
He's like, I got a brand of watermelon coming out. That's what I'm brand chicken. Don't you guys like crawfish? I got crawfish for you. Yeah.
People.
Get my vote. It's just
Talking to a
ridiculous.
select number of few people, like,
I get it.
we as brown people need to, think for ourselves, do our own research, and vote accordingly based on our, needs in our community.
Do you have a problem with people taking a financial advantage of these Trump shoes?
Yeah, so like
buying the Trump
buying
shoes
and flipping.
and reselling them to Trump fans
I don't have a problem
No.
with that.
and coming up.
No.
So would you buy and flip?
No.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Well, so you don't have a problem.
You don't want
with
to put your money in his pocket,
I ain't got a
man.
problem with that. I mean, yeah, but he's not getting the money. It's just like Nike not making all this money off the resale.
No, but you can.